Hello, I'm Degen, this is War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and this is going to be a video that's going to be sort of like a guide for new players or free-to-play players on a possible build you can do to clear the Raid Revival without using any 100 cost units or limited units. Now, there's no surprise that on my screen right now you see Skahal. Anybody that's been following the game recently knows that Skahal has been somewhat buffed lately, and he's actually in a really good spot. So real quick, I'll show you all of the gear and stuff that I have on him. So I do have the Prunus Lamia plus 6. I have, this just came out today actually, the Galmia coat plus 6. And this TMR is actually not important for this build. I won't use the zombie transformation at all in this fight. So you can use any TMR you have that has magic on it. I just picked it because it has magic. And I put trust stones in it that are not super important for winning the fight. You'll see the only things that will really help here are the magic up and the spirit piercing rate up. Now if you want to do more damage, if you're the HP up might help survive too, but other than that, if you're still struggling and you have these things and you're still maybe not quite doing enough damage, you could also add lightning attack onto your trust stones. And you could also add magic attack up on your trust stone. So that would be like 4 things that will help you damage this guy. Anyways, as far as the set bonuses go, I just have the HP up set and the agility set. So another thing you could possibly do is for set bonus, instead of using agility, you could just try straight up magic. And that might push your damage up to the next level if you're not quite making it. Sub job doesn't matter. I'm not using anything from the sub. You can tweak your sub job too if you want to mess around with Black Mage or other stuff to maybe utilize AP more efficiently, because you'll see in this fight that the AP is not super tuned. I do run out of AP a bunch, but I still win. Now, I keep in mind you're going to want Ramuh on. I'm using just regular old Ramuh. I have Dark Ramuh and I have other things, but we're just using regular old Ramuh because I want this to be free to play and you know, whatever friendly as well. Also, I'm using Europa as my main card. We get magic attack up, a little bit of agility, and critical damage up, and then this other stuff as well. And then for my sub vision card, we just have Ramuh, so that's more magic, 25%. It raises the damage limit, which will come into play a lot in this fight. Oh, that's another thing, you could actually add damage limit onto your trust stones as well, and that will also cause you to do more damage. So I haven't tweaked my trust stones at all. I just threw random stuff onto this TMR. And I would have added more if I needed it, but I seem to win every time, so it's not a problem. Anyways, let's get right into the fight. This is, again, this is for newer players. You can definitely build different units to smash these raids. Let's get right into it though. You can definitely build different units to smash these raids, but I wanted to make this unit and show just a bunch of items that are available in game all the time. They're not limited items. They're not 100 cost even. I don't even have any 100 cost items on. So, or 90 cost vision cards. It's all normal pool and pretty easy to get vision cards and unit. So, anyways, this is it. Skahal's just gonna do his thing on auto. I've been running this all night. I literally just watched Netflix for like 4 straight hours, and I was just spamming Skahal in here the whole time just because I wanted to see if he would fail. And he never failed a single time. So, I don't know if it's reliant on his reaction ability or not, because his reaction ability does do a lot of damage. But like I said, I did not fail a single time in like 4 hours of just grinding this non-stop. So you'll see it cuts it pretty close. Sometimes it'll win with like 2 turns left, but it's not that big of a deal because he wins every time. There is no failing. But if maybe your lightning mastery is a little bit lower than mine or something like that, so if that's the case, then like I said, just add a few more things to your trust stones. Lightning damage up. You could increase the damage ceiling and magic attack up as well. I have those, but I didn't put them on. I didn't equip this TMR with my best trust stones just because he didn't need it. He was winning. Now, this is for new players to grind medals. You might not need the items that Kraken drops, and you know, each of the 4 raid bosses drops different items to craft different things, but yeah, Kraken is to me the easiest one to solo. They're all soloable. The only one I haven't soloed myself or seen soloed I haven't really tried is the Chimera one. but I've heard Elficarus is soloable with like Varouche and Howlet and maybe a couple of others. And I actually have a solo run on Tetrasylphid where I use Elia. I tried so many different missile units, and Elia was the only one that I came out with actually winning. So if anyone would be interested in seeing the Elia solo run for Tetra, let me know. Maybe I can upload that. See, Ramuh is pretty important here because he'll increase your damage by quite a bit. But it looked like even if you don't summon Ramuh, Skahal would have eventually killed this thing anyways, because it is close to dead. But, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I could upload that Elia run if anyone's interested. But yeah, this is mainly a run that you can do solo. You won't have to worry about people joining your party or kicking you from parties because you're farming this yourself. And you can do it at your own pace while you watch like Netflix or whatever. And you can put it on ×2 or ×3 speed. I just put it on 1.5 for the video so we could kind of see what's going on easier. And finally, yeah, this is a great way of farming the medals. So especially if you're a new player, but really anyone can benefit from farming a ton of these medals. And these medals are so good. The Grand Raid medals, if you've looked at the shop, you can see that there are tons of raid recipes in there. Maybe all the raid recipes are in there that we've had, minus limited collab events. And yeah, it's just super cool. This build, like I said, I've been farming it for hours, non-stop, never failed once. I didn't see how many turns were left there. If you didn't look, you can rewind the video, I guess, if you want, and you can see how many turns I had left. I actually didn't notice. Like I said, the TMR here is not important. Just use any TMR you have that has magic on it, and if you don't have one with magic, then just use something that will help your Skahal as much as you can, and just put better trust stones in it. That will increase your damage for him. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't tweak his sub-job at all. He doesn't even use the time mage abilities, so that's unnecessary. And then other than that, I don't think I have any abilities turned off. Oh, he's got bio turned off, that's it. Everything else is on. And he solos it with plenty of time to spare. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. I don't know if you guys like these kinds of things, but again, I tried to make this like free-to-play friendly. Of course, I could come in here and show you guys like waiving 100 cost, limited time collab events that we've only ever had once. Like, yeah, guys, this is the easy way to do it. However, I know that a lot of people don't have access to that stuff, so I find it like semi-whack to make guides showing how to beat it. Now, if that was the only option, if that was literally the only thing I could beat it with, then maybe I would make a guide that way, and I'd be like, alright guys, it's gonna take this. If you don't have it, you might need to ask for help. But yeah, Skahal. He's a pretty old unit. He's a powerhouse. He can easily solo this thing. This is brutal, by the way, so keep that in mind. This is not high difficulty. This is brutal, so this is the harder one. And, yeah, other than that, just farm if you really can't solo it, and you don't have to solo this either. You can totally run this with other people. Like, you can run this with real players, and that's how it's meant to be. Like, you're supposed to run it with 3 other players here, so 4. But you can go in with 2 or 3 or whatever too. If you're having a hard time, just run it with other players. If people kick you, I have read on Reddit that people get kicked from the raids if they don't have like a meta unit. That's kind of whack. I would say just keep trying. Eventually you'll find a group where you won't get kicked. But, yeah, otherwise, just take your boy Skahal in here. I'm sure there's plenty of other units that can solo it as well, but Skahal was the most free-to-play friendly build I could come up with. Like I said, my Elia run. Elia is a normal pool unit, but she is 100 cost. So my Elia build is a little bit different. I think I actually run a limited Esper on her, too, with Manipul. So my Elia, I didn't choose Elia for this run because she is not quite free-to-play friendly or new player friendly. Skahal, though, boom. Like, this guy can explode this raid, so if you want to farm those coins, bingo, bango, bongo. Just jump in there with Skahal, and he will dominate for you. Also, yeah, the Earth one. I haven't done this because my Howlet and my Varouche are not built, but I've heard that Elficarus is very soloable with both Howlet and Varouche, and people are running that with, like, 6 to 10 turns left when they complete it. So, if anyone really wants me to do that, maybe I can build one of those guys and make a video on it, but otherwise, you can probably use your imagination, or if you have those units built yourself, you could totally go in there and just slay Elficarus. And it all depends on which items you want. Like, you can see that the Kraken here drops these items, which I don't need any of this stuff, because I have been playing this game since launch, so I have a pretty healthy supply of mats farmed up. So for me, I'm just farming this for the coins, so I can buy out as much of the shop as I can. But yeah, if you need the other mats, then by all means, just go for, you know, whatever mats you can. But if you can't, like, solo the Chimera, for example, then just try to run it in a party. If you can't handle it in a party, then just run it, run Kraken, and just get what you can out of that shop. Those vision cards and espers that you can buy in there are so good. And there's a lot of other decent stuff in that shop as well, so just keep that in mind. Hope this helped. Hope I didn't blab too long. Hope you guys got something out of this. Hey, if anyone is looking for a guild, join my Discord. Check it out. We definitely have a member slot open, so hit us up. We'll check it out and see if your roster looks like a good fit for us and if your play style is a good fit. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this helped you. Hope you guys stuck through and I didn't just blab your ears off. And I hope that this free-to-play kind of easy-to-acquire items guide was sufficient enough and you guys, you know, could understand it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this, because I don't normally do this kind of thing. So yeah, anyways, thank you very much for watching and sticking around this far. Have an amazing day, a fantastic night, and yeah, join the Discord. Come hang out with us there too. Even if you don't want to join the guild, you should still come hang out in the Discord. And anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye and farewell. See ya!